Today, I'm going to explain a sky wave propagation. In sky wave, see, basically in a ground wave propagation, what happens is as the frequency increases, the attenuation losses goes on increases. And I say is that let us assume in a ground wave propagation, what happens is if the frequency is very high, so therefore uh, most frequently uh, our electromagnetic signal, electric field vector is always sky waves or practical importance at sky wave propagations or sky wave uh, propagation in sky wave is the practical importance at a medium and high frequencies for long distance communications. Here, ground wave propagation and space wave propagation is not suitable for a long distance communication. The sky wave is entire, the globe can also be covered by multi-hop propagation, sky wave propagation. And in this propagation, electromagnetic waves, the receiving point after reflection wave reaches the receiving point after reflection from the ionized layer. See here we need to understand the importance of uh, we need to understand the importance of here atmosphere, structure of atmosphere. First, to understand this structure of atmosphere, I'll explain before this. So first, initially, see, this is a transmitting antenna. Let us assume this is a transmitting antenna. Here somewhere is a receiving antenna, and here the atmosphere structure. And let us this is troposphere and stratosphere. This is ionosphere. Ionosphere. So here, a transmitting antenna radiates signal into free space and reaches to the ionosphere layer, and again repeated back to the receiver and receiving antenna are reflected. So therefore, this wave is called as a transmitted wave, and this transmitted wave is reflected by the ionosphere layer. Hence, it is called as a reflected wave. A reflected wave. So the reflected wave received by the receiving antenna, and this is Earth. Earth. This is Earth. So basically, the sky wave propagation is also called as ionosphere wave propagation. Why? Because our transmitted signal is reflecting back by the ionosphere layer, and hence it acts like a reflecting surface and able to reflect back the electromagnetic waves. And this ionosphere layer reflects electromagnetic waves which have a frequency between 2 to 30 megahertz. And beyond this frequency, this ionosphere layer does not reflect back, rather it penetrates into space, atmosphere. And long distance point-to-point communication is also possible in skywave propagation. So here, let us assume this is Earth. This is Earth. And let us assume this is a transmitting point and this is a receiving point. And somewhere here is a receiving point is there. This is a receiver and this is a transmitter. And single hop means reflected by the Earth surface. Again, it's retransmitted and reflected wave enters into the ionosphere layer, again comes back. Again, this signal again enters into the ionosphere layer and reflected back, and this one. So here, each and every this one is called one hop. So therefore, multiple hops. Here, transmitter and receiver is there. In multiple hops, our electromagnetic signal may reach to the receiver up to traveling a long distance. In general, the distance of one hop is around 4,000 kilometers. 4,000 kilometers. Whereas a space wave propagation is limited by the line of sight, and ground wave propagation is also limited for high frequencies. Why? Because as the frequency increases, the attenuation losses increases in ground wave propagation. whereas uh, the frequencies between 2 to 30 megahertz, uh, 2 to 30 megahertz, these transmitted waves radiated from the transmitting antenna or enters into the ionosphere layer and reflected back towards the receiving antenna. And this reflected signal may reach to the receiver uh, in single hop or many hops. So long distance communication is also possible and point to point communication is also possible. Hence, this skywave propagation is also called as point to point communications. And first we'll see the what is the structure of ionosphere first. The structure of ionosphere is ionosphere layer, ionosphere layer in skywave propagation. Skywave propagation. Ionosphere exists in the intermediate high 52. See, actually, this is a Earth, and these are the layers. This is Earth, and this is the atmosphere layer 1 and 2, 3, and these are the layers. And first one is a troposphere layer, and this layer is called as a troposphere layer, which exists between uh, below 90 below 50 kilometers, less than 50 kilometers range. And next one is uh, next you see here in the troposphere itself, a stratosphere and everything, every layers will be existed. Here this ionosphere, this entire layer is called as a ionosphere layer. Ionosphere layer. In ionosphere layer, they are further divided into D layer, E layer, F1 layer, and another layer will be there. This is F2 layer. And this is the range of this layer is 50 to 90 kilometers. 50 to 90 kilometers is a D layer, existed in D layer, and 90 to 140 kilometers E layer, 90 to 140 kilometers E layer, and 140 to 250 kilometers is F1 layer. And next one is this is 250 to 400 kilometers exist F2 layer, and these layers will exist. Ionosphere layer, D layer, E layer, F1 layer, F2 layers are present in their heights as shown like this. And in during daytime, during daytime the layers present is D layer will be present, FE layer, F1 layer, and F2 layer. But in the night time only E layer and F layer will be exist, but these two F1 and F2 layer will be combined night. During night times, these F1, F2 will combine and forms a F layer. Whereas this D layer will be totally disappear during night times. Totally disappear during night time. Hence, during night time, only two layer will be exist. That is E layer and F1 layer. This E layer is around 110 kilometers. 2 and F layer is 250 to 400 kilometers during night times. During night time, this is the existence layers. And here, this is what how each and every layer, here at in earth we have from the bottom side we have earth, from upside we have sun. So therefore, this each and every layer will have a different densities of ionization, and different densities of concentration of atmosphere and ionization density. And due to different possibilities of different ionization densities, uh, each and every region will characterized as follows. Here, D region is a lowermost orbit of layer of ionosphere and is located at a 50 to 90 kilometers. And this layer present only during daytimes and disappears at night because the recombination rate is very highest in night times. This is due to fact that a degree of ionization depends on the altitude of the sun and sunset altitude. See, degree of ionization depends on sun and sunset. Sunset. The recombination increases, resulting vanishing of the layer altogether. Why D layer will disappears means because of recombination rate is very highest, uh, uh, highest, and it depends on the altitude of the sun and sunset. This recombination increases, resulting into vanishing of D layer altogether. This Richard,